Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today we are back with another VOD review. This is for Rose. We've done a Rose VOD review before, and this is actually on the alt account because I giggled as soon as we loaded up the game for the name of the account. I really like it. But yeah, so I'm just gonna read out the little kind of like thing that Rose has put to me, and I guess we'll get started with it. So this was a game on my Smurf account. After the last VOD, I tried to apply some of your tips. Skinny zero death game, and it's a Masters 5 lobby. Okay, so still around that Masters level, which is about like where Rose is kind of like at the moment. Obviously, Rose is still trying to make that push for GM, trying to get us like as high up as they can, basically. To get back to where they were in Overwatch 1. So we're going to see how well, obviously, Rose does in this VOD today. Once again, you guys can get your own VOD reviews. They have for 5,000 channel points. I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. So we're just going to get into it. We have the imp skin on. I hardly see anyone with the skin on, by the way, and I think the staff is so pretty. The only issue is I don't really like the purple hair, but it's really, really cute. We don't have a weapon charm, though, which I'm guessing is because it's an alt account that we can't have one. Looking at your comp, unironically, actually, your comp is really good here for, well, I mean, right, let's not look at the enemy team right now because we don't know them. But you've got a really good comp here for Mercy because you essentially can just sit with like your Zen and your DPS and stuff like that to help damage boost them. And then obviously you can go and like in and out to like help your Doomfist whenever like needed, basically. So it's a really good comp for Mercy. And obviously the Zen means you're going to get a lot of damage in with that Discord as well, especially if your Doom goes in to dive someone and then your Ashe like follows up on the damage. So yes, we're going to get into it. Let's see how well you guys do. So obviously damage boosted Ashe, lovely heals while she's, you know, reloading and re-rotating. That's obviously using your cover. I would do a cancel GA there just so we're not wasting it. Lovely peel. My only thing about your peel here is make sure that you are doing it down here because your GA to here puts you vulnerable to this bridge in case your Doom missed his like jump up or like if these guys like suddenly start like poking it again, right? So like lovely peel, do not get me wrong, really good listening out for like the Sombra and stuff like that, but definitely as you're doing so, come to here just like for that little like safe, like bit more like safe of cover. But obviously we're following Ashe here. Very, very nice. Just be, yeah, I was about to say, still be looking behind you a tad little bit. Did you end up meleeing him there? It felt like it. But yeah, as I'm saying, like really good for you, like looking out for your Widow right now. Trying to body block for some of the damage. Oh, fair enough. I mean, to be fair, it would have been better if you like kind of like played for your own life because right now we don't know kind of the comp that they have. Once you know that they have this comp but they don't really have any snipers or anything, then you can start doing it. But I think straight out of the gates, you don't really want to just because you don't know what the enemy team's running. But it's really nice peel, obviously, for your Widow here. This is really, really nice. Just unfortunately, your Ashe is, like, started to go in. Can't do anything about that. Nice. Go and damage boost your Zen here. Very nice. Very nice. Really nice here. Obviously, healing up Doom. Very, very nice. Can't do anything for your Zen there. That's completely not on you. Lovely back off. Nice. Can't do anything for him, though. You did your best. Just remember that your Widow's still there, so just, obviously, you know, look out for that. Can't do anything there either. Unfortunately, like you're not running the right comp right now, which is really unfortunate. Like you're completely fine, do not get me wrong. It's just if you're trying to play Widow into like what they're trying to play, it's going to make her life very, very hard. So I hope that she switches, just as how your BAP has switched already as well, which is very, very nice. Lovely damage boost, obviously healing when she reloads. Really great beam management. Cannot fault that. Really, really nice. Lovely jiggle peek in there as well. Really, really nice. Lovely GA cancel as well. Really, really nice. Lovely, lovely peel for Widow. Really, really nice. Nice GA. Love how you're crouching here. Nice, really nice movement there. Help you, Widow, though. Yeah, you just back out here. Really good movement there. Like I loved your crouching on the point just to like, kind of like make sure that your head, so your hitbox is like as small as it can be on that bit. Because I know like especially on that bit there's like hardly any cover. So it's really nice that you crouch there. Obviously you go in to go and commit with your Ashe, but as soon as you know she's just gonna die, you back off. Really nice. I would have maybe tried to help my Widow a tiny bit earlier than obviously helping Orisa, but like you managed to, you know, to keep her up as long as you could. BAP happens to get slammed in the room. That's not really your fault. Obviously then Widow ends up falling. Now you're backing out with Orisa. Really lovely movement. Really, really nice. Lovely heals here. Go for the health pack. Really nice. Nice how you just let him BAP heal up. That's completely fine of you. Nice movement, obviously, up onto the thing just because of that Sombra. But the other thing is, I feel as though this is a bit of a misplay by you here. right? I'm gonna be like really picky with your Rose, by the way, because this is like a really good board, okay? I love how you come up here, okay? But then why don't you just like do a GA and then flick up onto here, right? Because you know the Sombra is going to be like, you know, wanting to be behind you and stuff like that, right? If you play up here, because they don't really have anything to attack you from up here, because they have that Sombra, obviously, that you know. Genji, you know, would have to like dash onto you, and you know, obviously, he's not around. You've just killed Doomfist, right? The only real person that's going to be able to attack you right now is the Lifeweaver from up on this high ground, right? So I think, because I love how you play here, do not get me wrong, this is really great movement, but then as people push in, use their like kind of like momentum and your height to do like a quick like crouch like super jump up onto this high ground here, or even just like J all the way through and then get yourself back up here, right? Just so we're not kind of like still hanging about in this Sombra's LOS, like we just end up kind of being caught out a tiny little bit. But it's nice rotation here, really nice. Obviously just be wary of that Sombra behind you. What I would do is I would ping this here. Like, it's good that obviously, you know, you're trying to go pistol it yourself. Really nice. Just make sure you pop up that ping to make sure that your team be like... Because whenever you pop up, like, a random ping and they're playing a Sombra, especially at this kind of, like, higher level, people are going to know that you spotted the Sombra. Like, it's not just, like, a random ping. It's like, this is where the Sombra is kind of thing. So just put up that ping on the just in case. But really nice. What I would be doing here while there's still, what's it called? Because you know, right, so you know Sombra's going to have EMP right now, which is like completely fine. But you know as well how far away these guys are, okay? So what I would be doing is I would actually be using my Angelic Descents down here to play with the Ashe, just to try and get that, you know, extra like ticks and stuff like that. Because it might be that if you and Bap are on this point, you guys can actually cap this before they even get a chance to get in and do the EMP and like combo you all and everything like that. So I think what I would do is definitely like rotate myself around here, use your Angelic Sense, but then as soon as you know people are coming a bit more up, then you can already pre-place yourself up here. Only works on payload? No, capturing points as well, Rose. The only time it doesn't work with more people is push. Push is the only exception. You cannot have more people on the point on push. It's just, what's it called? It's just one person pushes at the exact same speed no matter how many people are on it. But yeah, capturing objectives and what's it called? Pushing payloads is up to 3 people. So you can like dangle above basically to get it on, and then once you know that they're like going to be attacking in, then you can go up onto this high ground and then play safe. All right, but nice. Can't really do too much else. You can res that though. You could have definitely res that here. Like using your cover, because like you know still that these guys are gonna be like really backed off and stuff like that. If you did a quick res in this corner, because people would obviously, you know, see that you're going to this res, you'll get resources and stuff like round here, and then yeah. But this is a bad Valk. Alright, we'll look into it. Hold on, let me quickly rewind it because I would have liked to see you res there. But we'll look into it. So obviously we talked about being on the point and stuff. That's fine. Obviously Cash is pushed up really far. This is completely his bad if he dies. And there, I would have literally just gone straight into res. 100% like straight away. Nice res. No, I like this Valk. I think this Valk's really great because they've invested ultimates, so you also want to invest. I think the issue comes that your team ends up investing a lot of ultimates that they don't really need to, kind of thing. But your Valk, I like your Valk. Your Valk is a really good Valk. I like this Valk. I love your positioning with this Valk. I love what you use the Valk for, which is obviously, you know, to help res. Very nice damage boost onto everyone. Just make sure you're still helping those guys on point towards the end. Like with Mercy, I know obviously that you want your main Blueberry target to be your Ashe, but if your Ashe has finished fighting whoever she's going to be fighting, try to flick to the rest of your team, just try and finish off those guys a little bit sooner, basically. But really like, nice Valk. Honestly, that's not a bad Valk, Rose. That's actually a very like well, what's it called? Very like well used Valk. But as I keep pushing up, I love, by the way, sorry, I'm gonna say this again because I see so many people sat here on this payload, right? This is a good quick thing because I'm in the middle of trying to make a payload video at the moment. It's probably come out by now, right? This payload on Parisio, this is a shout to anyone, right? This payload moves from this spawn. Oh, I'm turning. Stop. It moves All that distance by itself. You do not need a single person on it. Having someone else on it or having 3 people on it doesn't make it move any quicker in this state. So do what this team is doing. Push up, try and get those stagger kills, make that really good space, and then once it gets to this chokehold, then you can back off and go into that point. Okay? Love how your team ended up doing that. I love the res with the brig just walked past. I loved as well how you didn't just do it down here, because obviously the brig can like bash you and attack you and stuff. You did it like up here. Really nice res. Enjoyed it. Right, anyways. So obviously keep going. Nice, obviously, you know, we do end up kind of like hanging it out with your cast. This catches me out so often as well, don't worry, Rose. You have to have like a near max GA to be able to get yourself, you know, like the meter and stuff. You have to essentially get yourself like a near like max GA to get yourself like onto this high ground and stuff like that. Yeah, you're trying to get to it, which I 100% respect. It's just you need to have such big like GA, like, you know, like to fill up your meter to max to get yourself up here. It's just an unfortunate thing. You could use the crouch one because if people don't know, the crouched super jump actually gives you more height than doing like a slingshot one, like using the jump and stuff like that, and like you face upwards and stuff. The crouch one gets you more height if you do need it, but I appreciate you trying to get back to your Ashe there. Just be mindful. I was about to say, thinking about it now, yeah. Really nice, obviously you try to rotate. I would literally at this point go, yeah, I was just about to say get to your Ashe now. There's a backing off. Really nice rotation. Love how you're using these high grounds. Obviously, you know, Sombra's up there now. Nice, obviously playing your cover. My only thing is I would have backed off to the back of this room as quick as you could. Just purely because you can hear this Doomfist charge up his punch. And I'd be like really scared. So I'd be like, ah! So I'd be like quickly like, trying to back off. Just until like I can hear him like either use his punch or like not use it. Because obviously you don't want to get caught out by it. But really nice. I would rotate with your Ashe now. Nice. I would stay with my Ashe here. Like, you can definitely stay commit with Ashe here because you have these, like, little rooms and, like, the stairs and stuff like that you can use. Because say this Ashe keeps on being dove. Say, like, the Genji decides to come and dive onto, like, the Ashe, like the Sombra does and stuff like that. I got scared from the Genji. Yeah, but, like, you can GA yourself into these rooms, cut that LOS, like, stay there for, like, a second. Genji isn't big enough to body block you at all, like, with this, like, what's it called? With this room or anything. So you can, what's it called? Could have pinpoint where he was in that moment. You could either like it's so hard with Genji as well, especially because he could like basically be anywhere. I like obviously how you do end up moving, but if your Ashe ends up like, you know, like dying, which she nearly did, it would have kind of been on you because I feel as though we should have definitely what's it called? We should have definitely tried to just stick with her if we could. Nice. Obviously, you know, go and heal your Orisa, which is like completely fine because your back isn't doing it. It's just the same thing again with these like mess. Ooh, okay. I think this comes from the mess up GA. Let me quickly go back to it. So anyway, so yeah, so at this point I would be damage boosting Orisa, which I ended up doing. Switch to Ashe because Ashe has got the better thing. Obviously, you kind of see right. At this point, you can start healing up your Orisa, but then it's pretty much not your not your opportunity to go and res. I would actually be starting to push myself up with this Ashe ready for the next team fight as quickly as I could. Or even just like coming up onto this high ground if you could. Because right now, you know this risk is going to be back at a point. So you can, you know, like start healing her and stuff like that. But just remember, it isn't really, especially because you're in this high ranked lobby and you have that BAP, okay? This isn't your priority or isn't your job to heal this Orisa up to full HP. If you're in a lower lobby, say like a silver one, then you cannot trust your other support. So I would 100% say, you know, like trying to heal him up to full and stuff. But you're in a Masters lobby, right? This isn't your place to do so, right? So I think definitely just leave that for your BAP. Sure, you can heal her up like a tiny bit, just make sure she's like a little bit safer, but then use her to get up onto this high ground so then you can be with your Ashe, like, ready, basically. So it's this... I think you end up getting caught on the cart, don't you? It's just, once again, it's a scruffy GA from you again, okay? And I feel as though this is coming down, not so much to map knowledge, but it's coming to like, how do I say it? It's like, it is map knowledge, but it's not like, oh, you don't know like where stuff is on the map. You don't know how to play well with the map as Mercy, if you get me. Like you don't know kind of like distances for GAs to get onto like these high grounds and stuff like that. One way that you can really help with like stuff like this is I don't know whether there is a Parisi Mercy parkour out there. There probably is, to be fair. Or like just even like going into like a custom game or something and like just get used to like charging your distance up to these kind of like heights and stuff like that. Can like really help you out, because this is the reason why your Ashe ends up getting picked off here. Obviously, I like how you know try your best to try and like get her like up and stuff. Nice res. I like that res, especially because like you're trying to get it as like a safe coverage you can. That's another thing where it's like as soon as like because your Ashe is being rezzed here, yeah, completely fine, but you need to help people on point a little bit sooner than what you did. But other than that, like really well played from you there. See those Sombras there. Let's get you past out. Come on, you've got it. All right, nice. Love how you don't chase her though. Really nice from you. End up back on point, which is fine. I'd push up. Nice. Love how you're saving your GA. This is perfect. If people don't know, whenever you have something like the Doomfist or like Bastional, right? Do what Rose has literally just done. It's like don't so much like stand still like in the open. Like I mean Rose is like fine now because obviously they're all like in the spawn and stuff like that. But if you can't, try to avoid using your GA. So then when they either lay down their ultimate, you know where it's going to be, and then you can adjust your GA accordingly. Okay? Really nice from you there. So you had to go into Ashe. Then we'll have GA in round so we can go on the high, which is completely fine from you. Ooh, okay. We need this to be a bit further back here, okay? There's no reason for you to be pushed up as far as you can, okay? Bap is here to help Cass if he needs help, but also if you do need to help Cass, then you can like get your beam onto your Ashe and do like a wall jump here to get to like your Cass and stuff like that. You have options to get to him basically. So there is no reason for you to be pushed up here, because that's the reason why you and your Ashe, well, your Ashe ends up dying here because you can't have your beam on her, because you end up getting punched as well. So definitely just play yourself back here, because there's no reason for you to be as pushed up. All right, but we'll keep going. Lovely res over the wall. Love that. Really nice. Nice, obviously going back up to the Ashe. Love how you're playing with her. Very nice damage boost onto her. Really nice. Make that of a cancel GA instead of like this like slingshot, because it's like, I know that you want to go and get your BAP and stuff like that, but do it as a cancel GA and then like jump yourself after the GA like a little bunny hop to see if you can get there, because that will do the same as a slingshot like at this very moment in time. Because now your GA is going to be able to cool down in case you need to now go and like help your BAP some more. If you do a cancel GA and a bunny hop onto the box, then you have that GA ready just to go back to your BAP. Okay, just a very small thing though. Oh, and then we do end up messing up our GA again, which I feel as though it's just because we end up on the Ashe. We don't have res. I think I would ping that there just to kind of like notify my team. Oh yeah. I love watching people's VODs and then they realize like, oh my gosh, I can't res. What you can do, by the way, to know whether your res is online, you can like go and ping it just to kind of like know kind of like if you can get the res off in time, whether it's going to be obviously off cooldown or whether you're not going to have it at all. You can use the ping. If you can res it and obviously be like, I can bring them back, or like if it's above that time, then it'll say I can't like resurrect them or something like that. It says something like that basically, so like you can know the timings without having to look down. I know, I couldn't get used to it. I used the so sorry voice line. Oh, it's alright, don't worry. But then obviously I love how you're playing here. Nice ping. My only thing is just be kind of like, at this moments in time, you have to be extremely wary of like where your cast is as well, because you are like solo healing. So it's completely fine. You kind of like, what's it called, pinging and like let you know where the Sombra is and stuff like that. But just like do it like quick and then back. Like, so, you know, just like make sure you know like where your cast is and stuff like that basically. But I end up dropping so you can hear the hog. Really nice. I don't like this GA. Right? Because you know where this hog is, you can hear the footsteps and stuff like that, so you GA away. I would make this a fully committed GA and play with your Ashe, because you know your BAP's gonna be coming back soon, because you know like how long ago it was since you couldn't manage to res and stuff like that. You GAing yourself back up here, especially if this hog decides to take a lot of space like this and is still stood here. bam, bam, right? So I would take this as a fully committed thing, go with your Ashe, and come up here. So you're keeping yourself safe from that hog, and you also, like, you know your BAP's gonna be back to help your cast and stuff like that if you desperately need to. Because now you end up in like this weird scenario where it's like you're not with her. Nice. This Valk's too early. Let me quickly go back. I like the idea of the Valk. It's too early though. We need to pop it a bit sooner. Sorry, a bit later. So obviously we talked about this. Talked about that as well. So that's how we end up not with our Ashe. Okay. Push up with your cast here. This is where I feel as though you get a little bit confuddles, because it's like you want to be with your Ashe, but you end up dropping from your Ashe, but also your cast is pushed up and stuff like this, right? I thought my BAP wasn't back and the enemy is arrested, so I just used it for the extra heals. You can hear though, like, what's it called? Like, you can hear obviously like BAP's footsteps and stuff like that, and you should kind of like know, like, from your timings that you, like, you know, like how long it'll take like for BAP to get back, and how long, like, you know, because it's been a while since, like, what's it called, since you couldn't res him, right? So this scenario, push up with your cast and play with your cast here, because your cast has the better angle. Sure, Ashe is the better, like, damage boost target, do not get me wrong, but if we look at Ashe's POV, I'll go to Ashe now, all she has sightlines of right now is the hog, compared to your cast, who has sightlines of the Life Weaver, and if you get a damage boost onto him, he can 2-tap that what's it called, that Life Weaver really well. He's also going to have the Sombra on him in a second as well. I think I eventually go to my cast. Yeah, I'm gonna, what's it called, I'll talk to you more about the Valk first, because obviously you know that you should be going with the cast, right? So make sure you are with this cast. I'll let you know when you should Valk.
Heroes never die.
So I would be sat with cast. Now I'd Valk, because obviously you're piling together a load of ultimates, add yours to the mix, and it's going to be like absolutely deadly, right? Because you can get in, you could go damage boost the Orisa ults, as obviously, you know, you've finished popping up. You can go and damage boost the BAP who had like his window and stuff like that. Also, you like playing back here and popping your Valk is also avoiding EMP, which you've done extremely well by playing back here already. But it would then obviously give you that movement down below, all around here, everything like that basically, and try and like help mitigate some of that EMP. Obviously you do end up doing it, which is really, really nice, but I feel as though we could definitely done it a little bit later to get more of an effect on it, on the just in case. And a nice damage boost, obviously trying to get rid of hog, which is really nice. Be with your BAP, you need to be with your BAP. You need to be with your BAP here. Okay? Like, it's all good. You go and push up with your DPS and stuff like that. But I would rather you played up here and flick the beams between the two like this. Because I was really worried for your BAP there, especially with like, what's it called? The hog and like the what's it called, the hog like coming onto him for like the Orisa and stuff like that. I think definitely play up here and balance these beams a tad more like this, alright? Damage boost high noon. Obviously healing him while there's nobody there, really nice. Really lovely played, Rose, honestly. Very, very strong gameplay. I really, really love your Mercy. It's really, really great, okay? Beam management is exceptional. Like, knowing like when you have your beam on someone, knowing when to like damage boost, when to heal is really, really nice. Love it. I love your movement, apart from there's like tad bit of mistakes, but that comes to you knowing how to play Mercy on those maps, okay? That's what I want you to improve upon so far. I want you to just like improve upon how you are able to maneuver from like certain places, you know, like those like movements that you do like regularly and stuff like that. I want you to keep practicing them. I want you to keep doing them basically. So that's really, really great. Reses were really good from what I saw. The other one, obviously, you end up missing the one on the cast, which I was a little bit annoyed about, but we made up for it by doing it in Valk, which is completely fine. Valk, apart from that last one, we could have done a little bit later. Really, really great as well. Loved it. I think the main thing is kind of like your map knowledge with Mercy, like knowing how to do certain jumps in certain parts, which if you went on to like a pre-seer Mercy parkour and stuff like that, that would have helped a lot more with like knowing like how much of the JBTs fill up and stuff like that. And obviously just mind yourself that you don't have to bang your head. And the second thing is, it's just like minor, it's like minor issues, if you get me. Like, there's like some parts where obviously like you end up kind of like not being with whoever like is actively taking fight in the taking, you know, place in the team fight. Sorry, I'm bopping my mic there. I think you need to work on as well, like helping whoever's actively in the team fight rather than just being with your Ashe, because it's been a few times where you kind of like just end up defaulting to her, which is completely fine because you know she's your default target. But there is a better option in those scenarios and stuff like that. But yeah. Team in overtime being scared of my 0 deaths at this point. Looking back, I don't know however I played OT at this point. Okay. We'll have a look, what's it called? We'll have a look, Rose. So we'll hop back into it. Obviously we're just waiting for the countdown. So we'll start up and everything and we'll get back into this game. So obviously love how you're already positioned in this room. Your soldier's been a bit heroic, which you know, you can do him. So obviously lovely being played over here, really nice. I think yeah, this is the scenario, right, where you need to be switching beams between people a little bit more, okay? You notice that your soldier backs off here, he's going to get nothing done. Compared to if you're damage boosting these guys here, allow them to get, you know, more ult charge, like scare the enemies off like even more, getting those like more, you know, damage basically. Just make sure, if you see him backing off, go and help someone else, okay? So we'll keep going. Obviously, here's Sombra. You do not need to spy check here. You can, in your head, you just need to think to yourself, I know where the Sombra is. And then play accordingly, okay? This is a scenario here, right? This is the exact same thing. You do not need to be with your soldier here because your soldier is the one that's spy checking. If he ends up, what's it called? If he ends up like uncoating her and stuff like that, then you can obviously go and help him. But while she's still not coated and stuff, like, you know, she's still invisible basically, you need to be playing main and helping these guys, okay? I forgot your ping there. No, it's alright. So obviously we know she's still gonna be there. I love how you're still looking out though. That's really nice. Lovely movement there. Because the issue is, right, because you can't even adjust your movement accordingly here. Like, you can't adjust your positioning. Because you, obviously, you know, this Sombra's going to be, like, around here and stuff like that. So it's like, what's it called? Play main. Alright, everyone, sorry, we just have to quickly kind of, like, do something. I'll kind of like just I'll carry on just basically like from where we were at basically. So obviously, you know, we do end up kind of going for the Sombra. We don't need to like fully fight her here though, so like it's fine for you obviously, you know, to like scare her off and stuff like that. But we don't need to go like fully committed for her. Alright, nice, obviously, you know, we're going to go damage boost your assault. Don't know what your winner's doing. Nice, obviously, you know, you're staying with your soldier. Love how you're still, you know, doing your spy checking and stuff like that. Really nice. Really nice from you here. Oh, your poor widow. You cannot do anything there. That is not your, what's it called? Not your fault whatsoever. Really nice. Okay. The lovely ping. Sorry, I was going to say ping, but I'm just saying it, okay? Really nice ping onto the point, basically. You are completely fine to leave Marissa there. Yes. Very really good decision making from you here. Oh, hold on. I was right. I thought you were going to get dashed by the Genji. Ooh, okay. This is really good, what's it called, decision making from you here, right? Because obviously, you know the Sombra's there, you alert your team, a risk goes. That people are like, oh my gosh, like why, right? Orisa is such a high, healthy hero and can very much scare off this this Sombra really easily. If you end up going down and going attacking kind of like with her basically, it's gonna like obviously leave your team and stuff like that when you don't need to. You actually will get more value by staying up here. Now I'm gonna see what you end up doing. Res. Very nice ping on the res, letting people know that's what you're doing. Love how you did it in cover as well. Really nice. Lovely heals. Lovely rotation. Nice pings. Obviously everyone's like going chasing back for it now, which is quite funny. Then we just end up kind of rotating back to our high ground and everything, which is completely fine. Really nicely played by you, Rose, so far. This is really nice. Keep on going. Obviously, like, nice damage boost here onto your soldier. Whenever someone gets dove, by the way, I like to kind of, like, ping them. I don't know whether this is me being, like, really kind of, like, what's it called? Like, really, oh, because, like, you know, like, you need to get this guy. But it's very much, like, whenever, like, especially when it's someone like a Genji or, like, a Tracer, I do like to ping them. I don't know whether it does make it easier for, like, my DPS to attack the person or not, but I think it's just a really good way of being like, hey, this is, like, where the flanker is and stuff like that. So I think maybe try get into, like, a habit of, like, trying to do that, basically. So, yeah. I just trust my team can see him. I pick everything and everyone. I'm like, what's it called? I'm a person that essentially, like, if there's something to ping, I will ping it. Yeah, Rose. No, I'm what's it called? I'm a person that I will ping it like no matter what, because there are like sometimes where they'll just appear out of nowhere and stuff. So I don't know if it's me being like a little bit too extra or something, but I like to do it just in case. And it was really, really nice. Same thing again. Love how you look back, just check your team's okay, and then stay with soldier. Really good decision making from you there to obviously stay. Really nice. Nice. Obviously we end up kind of like walking forward. Love wall bounce. I'm gonna see what you do with this Valk though, but I like the wall bounce. Okay, let me quickly go back because this was really well played by you. Okay, so obviously we're playing back. So Hogg ends up getting lifted up in a second, doesn't he? Yeah. Obviously as a Hawking soldier, you end up getting him. You end up getting attacked, so you end up kind of like jaying yourself through. The wall bounce away, obviously, so you end up like not getting EMP and stuff like that. Now we Valk. I don't like this Valk so far, okay? I would have held off on the Valk until either, like, Sombrens are getting forced away or, like, Hog ends up, like, backing off and stuff like that, right? I'm gonna see what you end up doing with it more, but I don't really like it at the moment. I like the res. Oh. Okay, right. I think a res here. Yeah, I like the res. Okay, this res is really, really great from you. But I feel as though we pop it. I feel as though we pop the Valk out of panic, okay? Because we end up dodging the EMP, right? Yeah, which is like fine, okay? Right now, this is a murder room, okay? Like you know this because you just escaped the murder room, okay? So you obviously you do the GA out, so like you end up like dodging the EMP, which is really, really great, okay? This is good of you, you know, obviously to avoid all this, okay? At this point, breathe, okay? Think to yourself, okay, who is still alive? We've just lost both DPS. So I like how you come and blue beam your BAP here, okay? At the same time, obviously, you know, be checking for your Rissa out of here, basically. So I think definitely, like, just what's it called? Try and play back and play with him, okay? I'll tell you when I would have maybe popped Valk. I was trying to be like Ellie's montages with the Valk EMP reaction. I don't know why I thought I could pull it off. No, you avoided the EMP though, like literally with the wall bounce. Like I feel like it's even more impressive, I'm gonna be honest. But I love how you tried it though, Rose. I'll say I respect it. But yeah, so what I would do here is play by distance. I would stand up on here, right? And just kind of, because obviously then you have the option of like trying to help your Rissa or be with your BAP, okay? Then, okay, I would pop Valk now. And then go for a res. Right? Because I feel as though if you get a res off, specifically onto your soldier, which I'm hoping is the one you're going to be resing, I would definitely try to res your soldier here for the visor. And then you have your Valk ready to help these guys on point. I think maybe take an extra second to like make sure your wrist is okay and stuff as well before you do it. But I feel as though we end up wasting, I think, half of our Valk. Yeah, it's literally is half of your Valk with like nothing. So I think delay the Valk again. And just like, you know, try and assess the team fight before we go for it. Nice res though, I really like it. We need to help Arissa here though, instead of going for the Life Weaver, which is what you end up doing in a second. Yeah, help your Arissa here. We need to help Arissa. That's obviously head into our cover, which is fine. But you see how our Arissa ends up getting picked off because nobody's helped her, okay? Your BAP cannot help because obviously, you know, he's being zoned off by all these guys and stuff. So he's completely fine to go back. It is our job in our Valk to like GA ourselves around here, like to try and help her or like just try and do something basically. Because like, say we're still in Valk, we could still use our Valk like to help our Arissa and like hover around the point, stall it out, do all this kind of stuff basically. So yeah, I would check the scoreboards during a fight if I have to choose between DPS. Love that from you, Rose. Really, really great. Literally, that's what I was saying before. It's like, you need to have a look to see who has ultimates and stuff, who can help the team fight. But also, you can also look to see how people have been performing as well in the match. Like, say you have, like, a Genji and an Ashe, right? And Genji has Blade and your Ashe doesn't have it, but your Ashe has been performing so much better than your Genji. Definitely res the Ashe. But, like, in a scenario where, like, for example, both your DPS perform extremely well, you've done the absolute right decision there of going to go and res the soldier. Really, really nice. But yeah, back on top, obviously, we need to help Arissa instead of going with the Glock out and stuff. I feel that was a tiny mistake on your half. I love how, obviously, you know, you back off when you get hacks and everything. Really, really nice. See how we end up kind of playing out here? Oh, I'd still commit. I'd still commit in here. You end up leaving him. You could, what's it called? You could have definitely like played your distance. Like you can reach people from like here, right? I would still play with your bat because you end up abandoning him here, right? Play with him because you've rezzed that soldier as well, who's still gonna be in the back lines and stuff like that. You've with you doing this bulk and you doing this res basically tells your team that you want to commit to this team fight, and that's what they're also going to be doing, right? So, and also you backing off to your Ashe here is going to do nothing. The only time you want to back off to your Ashe is if your BAP dies. As very moment in time you want to like push, like, you know, stay with your BAP, apply pressure with your BAP, because if say your BAP, you know, gets a pick, then it's like a really winnable like team fight for you guys and stuff like that. But you do not want to back off until like your BAP falls basically. So just try to commit a little bit more within that team fight, basically. See, nice playing back, because obviously the hog hook. Nice heals. I feel as though we don't end up winning this fight now, which is unfortunate. Obviously, I like how your team is still, like, you know, pushed in. Ashe gets antied. Nice. That's like probably fine. But commit in. You need to commit in with this team fight again. Like, your Orissa's what's called. Your Orissa's committed in. There is so much lovely movement options that you can do on this point. Plus, you have this Bob to like really help zone and stuff like that. If your Orisa manages to get away this Sombra and stuff like that, and the Hog's backed off, you could possibly get a res here. But like this is like really risky, like especially because the Orisa would like have to body block for you and stuff. It require a lot of comms and stuff like that. But I think we definitely, once again, you're backing off too soon just to try and what's good. Yeah, you're being too scared of the 0 deaths, right? No offense to anyone, like, you know, people that, you know, do like save my KD, Mercy and stuff like that, okay? Your stats as Mercy kind of like matters to a degree, but one death in a game is not going to like be like, I'm gonna shoot like a horrible Mercy, right? Do not ever play Mercy to protect your stats. Play Mercy to enable your team, and play Mercy to like empower your team, which you can do right now by being with your Orisa. Your Ashe has committed Bob to this team fight. You now need to also commit yourself. Your team is committed. You're just not committed yourself. We have another Mercy with commitment issues, which I found like quite a few times. I always find it hilarious. I always like say they have commitment issues and stuff. But yeah, we need to commit in with this team fight. Okay. But we'll keep going. Obviously, we do end up doing it now, which is, like, fine. But we could have definitely done it a bit sooner by flinging ourselves what's it called. Nice damage boost. Can't really do anything there. That is a fine moment for you to back out now. That is a really fine moment. That's the only time where what's it called? Where I would say back out. I just wanted a screenshot. I mean, fair enough. So there's a plane up here with your soldier. Really nice. You know Hogs coming up. No, okay. You can hear Hogs coming up, right? So I like how you're playing with your Ashe. Do not get me wrong. This is really great. You playing with your Ashe, okay? As soon as you hear those Hog footsteps, right, you have to think, okay, oh, sorry, I have to skip forward. As soon as you hear them Hog footsteps, you have to think to yourself, where's that Hog going to be coming from? It's going to be coming from here. Do not peek this, right? Literally, back off, and what will happen is your Ashe is doing exactly what she's doing now. Is going to rotate back up to this this high ground, or you could just rotate back to like your other DPS and stuff like that over here, okay? You want to once again play your life, play away from that Hog, because you just going to go and peek just so you can keep your beam on your Ashe will most probably like get you killed if like your Orisa wasn't here to like play with you here, basically. But yeah, but it's a bit too late. You can hear him though, like, especially with like Hogs, he has like really loud footsteps and stuff like that. So be sure you just listen out for him and making sure. But it's nice obviously peeling back here. Can't do it for Orisa though, like she's pushed in extremely far. That's completely fine for you like to leave her there. So that's fine. Stay rush. We need to try and like keep up. That's a moment there where you can peek it. Okay, where like he's just used his hook, right? And everyone like whenever Hog uses his hook, everyone's like, rah, let's like, you know, like try and get whoever is like hooks basically, right? You then just put your beam on and then just come behind this cover like you did, okay? You can definitely play aggressively here like this. And just play like this, okay? because once again, you backing off is abandoning your Ashe when you can stay safe and stay with her. Obviously, chain back to her. That's completely fine. Breaking some of the railings as well, which is quite funny. Nice. Love how you stay on the high ground though. We end up dropping down, but we should like try and stay up on our high ground there a tad bit more. I don't mind this rotation, especially because they don't have a hit scan to get you. I would definitely say don't do this rotation if they had hit scans and stuff like that. But because they have like Sombra Genji, this is completely, what's it called? This is completely fine for you to come and rotate down here. 100%. Nice rotation up to Soldier, obviously to help with the hog. Very, very nice. Obviously Ashe is kind of like pushing up a tad bit here. I would definitely be looking to push up a little bit more here. Like, push up with these guys. Like, it is completely fine for you just to play down at the bottom of these stairs like this and just enable them a little bit more, basically. But then, as soon as, obviously, you see them back off, then look for, like, someone like your BAP, like someone on the high grounds or something to back off to, basically. But, yeah. I always break them because the amount of times with the GA bugs I get caught on them and die. Dude, Mercy is, like, so... Like, bearing in mind, for people that obviously watch this on YouTube and stuff, later on, probably when this is recorded, we're currently recording this, is it season 6? Right, I think it's season 6 right now, right? Essentially, there's like the Mercy like rubber banding like glitches and stuff. Whenever someone pings and stuff, it doesn't like use your GA sometimes. There's also a few like slingshot glitches. There's a falling glitch. There are so many glitches with Mercy basically at the moment as I'm recording this VOD. So that's what we mean when we're talking about what's it called, the glitches and everything. But anyways, as I said, obviously push up with these guys when they were pushed up. You cannot do it with you. That was very creative from your Orisa, but that's not your fault. Like, your Orisa should know at that point that the DPS are backed off and it's what's it called. Like, everyone needs to back off now. I would definitely, instead of backing off this far though, back off and then try to look to get to your DPS here because your DPS is going to start like getting dove by this Genji and stuff like that. So I think like when you back off, try and get yourself back to these guys, basically. So then you can get in and, like, help these guys a little bit more, basically. Because right now, like, it's fine if you're set up with your BAP and stuff like that. But your BAP isn't really going to be doing anything apart from pretty much, like, shooting out the hog. Nice. Nice heals. Lovely beam juggling here between people. Really, really nice. This is completely fine. GA for you to do. Obviously, that ends up with your soldier dying, but you can res it really nicely. Love how you use as much cover as you can as well with that res. Really, really lovely of you there. Really, really great. Nice ping to let obviously know the Sombra's still there. I would have definitely tried to put a beam on the BAP a little bit more so the BAP could like help get rid of the Sombra a little bit more. But it's like what's called. It's definitely like you need to just make sure you peel for your BAP a tiny little bit more than what you have. Lovely pings though to obviously tell that she's going to be behind. Nice on the translocate. Good translocate spot. Really nice. We need to help BAP though. Nice, okay. I like this from you, okay? I feel as though you did end up spending a tad bit too much time spy checking, but love how you get the translocator, right? Then, like, this point you should be like hardwired. Be like, if I hear a Sombra, I need to like go for her. As soon as you hear that Sombra, bam, go for your BAP. Just full ids, go for that BAP, get that Sombra down. Because then it's going to really like halt these guys push, basically, alright? But really, really nice. I picked up surprisingly even had like no contacts in. I love it, Rose. Dude, I don't even know how if you spotted that. Like, obviously, like, on your screen, it would have been, like, glowing red and stuff like that. So, obviously, like, it's a little bit easier to see and stuff like that. But really, really good spot on the translocator, though. Really nice. I don't like this rotation again. I would literally just still stand up on there with your Ashe and everyone. Like, it feels like, at this point, you are playing for your zero death game again, which I don't like. Just play up here. Play like really pressed up and aggressive with these guys, because if Hog gets off a hook, or if like Soldier or like anyone manages to catch like this on, for example, really off guard with your damage boost, this is like a team fight win once again for you guys, because obviously Honor's gonna take forever to respawn, and then at that point it's gonna be overtime for you guys, right? You're playing really safe now. Be more aggressive. Go in really aggressively. Because how can you see how like you're not involved in this team fight whatsoever, and how your hog ends up getting pulled and everything, and you're not there to help it out? If you were stood up on the high ground and stuff, you could have definitely been more involved in this team fight. And pushing up a bit with Ash, which is fine. Just once again, same thing with these GAs. You should be knowing that the summer's going to be coming back soon, and people are going to be like, what's called coming back. So definitely, like, as you're doing this GA to your cover like this, just to ensure that like you don't end up getting picked off by anyone that's like coming main. The order looks so traumatized. Oh, was that from when I paused it before? I love it. We've Alc, obviously, for a little celebratory Alc, and we end up winning it. So, Rose, overall, right? I was more impressed with your first round than your second, which I'm going to tell you why in a second. I'm going to go through all the positives, right? Positives. Beam management is beautiful. I love how you are able to flick onto that damage boost and you know when to heal people. Very, very lovely. Reses were really great. Loved how much cover you used. Loved how you used your initiative to res. Make sure they were safe as possible before you went to go for those reses. Really, really nice. Valks we talked about. I like the ideas of your Valks. I think the first Valk you did was really, really great. The other ones we could have definitely held off a tiny bit more. So like, don't try and like panic your Valks. Like really think to yourself logically, when do I need to Valk so you can get the most value out of it. That's my only kind of like tiny little thing with your Valks, okay? Things we need to improve on though. Yeah, exactly. Take more risks. Honestly, like, Rose, having a 0 death game, even if you have like a 1 death game, but you have like really good stats, which you would have done with this match, stuff like that, is probably more impressive than having a 0 death game, okay? So definitely be more aggressive. Go in, like, do not care about those 0 deaths. Do not care about your stats. Do not care about anything. Go in and be aggressive. Be like really aggressive with your team. Go and enable them as much as you can whenever you can. And don't back out of those scenarios that are definitely still winnable for your team. The other thing is just it's not map knowledge, as I said before. It's more like you knowing how to play Mercy with your knowledge on the maps and stuff like that. Like knowing like where you can bump your head if you try to do a super jump, and knowing like the distances you need to get onto certain high grounds and stuff, which very much kind of like comes with time, or like doing like more Mercy parkours on like that certain map and stuff like that. You just need to have more knowledge of like certain parts where to like super jump up to with like distances and stuff like that. But other than that, bro, Bill had Paricio, exactly. Paricio was also like taken out of the map pool for like I think it's like, it's like a season or two ago. It got taken out for like half the season or something like that because of a bug. It was literally the Mercy bug. That's why it got taken out. I remember now. So yeah, so what's it called? Still new to the map, exactly. And it does show a bit. Like, you don't get wrong, like your movement is really great on the map and you do know the map like quite well. But it's those extra key things where you're like just Mercy and stuff like that, basically. But hope that helped, Rose. Once again, ask me, any more questions that you want. Once again, thank you so much to everyone on YouTube as well as on Twitch that are watching this. Once again, you can get your own VOD views, either 5,000 channel points. I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!